Let's move on to team number five, New Zealand, who have been in red hot form recently, concluded India series. So, Sharda, talk us through the squad they've got.
As we saw in this five-match ODI series, they can bat really deep, and this Super Smash T20 league has really helped a lot of players to get into that momentum. Susie Bates and Sophie Devine were out of action in the Big Bash League, Women's Big Bash League, because of this quarantine restrictions, and Susie Bates also had an injury to cope up with. So the Super Smash, I could say, has really helped all of them, even Amy Satterthwaite and someone like an Amelia Kerr, to get into a confidence at the right time before the Indian series, and someone like a Haley Jensen, Leah Tahuhu, and Hannah Rove. They seem to get this lateral movement and even swing movement pretty easily. And the main thing is they are hitting the right spots, the right lens. If I could be more precise, their lines to right and left handers have been fantastic. Their paces have been really consistent, and one more impressive thing is that their confidence on their paces. They play four seamers up straight, and they play only one spinner. They played only one spinner with probably Amy Satterthwaite. They might have considered her as the second spinner. So the pacers have shown a lot of promise, a lot of variety. They have the ability to bowl the bouncers, especially Sophie Devine, those slower bouncers, the off cutters, even the split finger slow ball. So the bowling looks top notch. The only thing, with respect to the batting order is, yes, Amelia Kerr did not play today. So if India, any other team, like how India managed to get rid of Sophie Devine and Susie Bates early on in the innings. So taking those two quick wickets earlier on in their innings, just jags them back a little bit. Yes, Amelia Kerr is there, but they are not as destructive as the Smash Sisters. So if any team could get to see the back of the Smash Sisters very early on in the innings, that might affect New Zealand. And some more analysis, if all the teams had done, Amelia Kerr and Amy Satterthwaite play the slog sweep and the paddle predominantly. So if the bowlers' lengths, especially the spinners, if they are not able to bowl on the good length spot, they can look to bowl a bit fuller and look to slow it up a little bit, so that this sweep shot might not be executed. That might also frustrate New Zealand batters, especially these two, and it will definitely add a lot of pressure into the middle, or someone like a Maddie Green. They're a bit leg side dominant players in their lineup, especially the middle order, number 3, 4, and even Lauren Down at number 5. So if the bowlers, the opponents can plan accordingly, have a leg side dominated field, it'll be difficult for them. So the bowling looks really good and batting looks solid, but the only cause of concern is that if the Smash Sisters get dismissed earlier, New Zealand might be pushed a little bit onto their back foot early on in the innings.
Impressive. Another gun fielding side, Julie, and especially with the experience batters and players like Susie Bates and Sophie Devine, I think this is the best chance to go all the way through. Home advantage.
Of course, and we all cannot forget the 2000 World Cup, which was also played in New Zealand, and New Zealand went on to win the World Cup. So definitely that is going to be in their mind going into this World Cup. But as we were talking about New Zealand's form, so if we leave this India-New Zealand series, in the past they were not in great form. They had some defeats against England, against Australia. So out of the last 40 ODIs that they have played since the 2017 World Cup, they have managed to win just 16, which just shows 40% success rate that New Zealand has. But yes, given the home advantage that this team has, the White Ferns will definitely be a strong team and can make it to the top four, of course. And uh, Amelia Kerr, who has come out from her break when she cited her mental health issues, and what a break it has been for her. After that break, she led Wellington Blaze to that Super Smash title, and now in this five-match ODI series against India, she was phenomenal, having one century and three half centuries. So I was just looking at her statistics, and if we see right now, she has seven scores of more than 50. Not to forget that 232 not out against Ireland, of course. So if the opposition manages to get Amelia Kerr out before 50, what happens is if Amelia Kerr goes beyond 50, New Zealand wins the matches. So out of the seven scores that she has above 50, New Zealand have won six out of them. And the last that they lost was, of course, the fifth ODI against India. So simple rule will be to restrict Amelia Kerr below 50 runs. And apart from that, I feel that they have a good experience of Susie Bates, Sophie Devine, Leah Tahu, of course, with the ball. So they look to be a good balance side. Also, the fielding is good. Amy Satterthwaite, also an experienced player who can be a handy middle order bat, of course. So, according to me, they are a good side and they have a strong chance going into this World Cup.
Impressive. And Vishak, any final thoughts on how the squad looks and any glaring gaps?
I don't see any gaps. I think they have their home advantage. So I think their batting again revolves around Susie Bates, Sophie Devine, Amelia Kerr, and even Brooke Halliday is back. I think she had an injury or something. I think she was down with COVID in the India series. I think she's also back. So they have Maddie Green. The batting looks pretty good. Even Amy Satterthwaite is back. So I think she all and the batting looks good, and the bowling. We all saw how good it is in India series. They have a very good bowling attack. So all-round bowling attack, as Sharada already mentioned, they like to go with four frontline pieces who are pretty good. And then spinner is Amelia Kerr, and they depend a little bit on Amy Satterthwaite. I think they have a pretty good team, all out, at least for the top four at least.
Okay, so Vishak's already dropped in the prediction. New Zealand will make the fourth team out of top four.
Yes, I think as Vishak said, they will make it to the top four.
No, no, I absolutely agree with Vishaka and Sharda on this top four for New Zealand.
Excellent. So that's team number 5 done.